Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update for my Clean Your Pans project pan. I created this project to run opposite to my graveyard project pan, so it runs November 1st to May 1st, just 6 months long. I didn't update this for January 1st because I was just so behind on my January videos, and I really didn't have like the best progress. And it wouldn't have been that great of an update, and it would have put me further behind on my other videos, so we just skipped January. But this is like the halfway point for this project, I guess. I've been working on these products for 3 months now, and I'm just going to update you on where I'm at. This project is for products you've hit pan on previously and would like to expand the pan or finish the product. I mean, I'm always pretty flexible with my goals and rules in project pans. I don't like making them too strict, so if you would like to hop in, you can definitely do so. I know a few people have on Instagram, and it's really fun to see their updates. Let me just stop rambling and get into it. I have 3 eyeshadows, and my goal with the eyeshadows is to use them 20 times. I typically hit pan in an eyeshadow between 20 and 30 times, and I just want to see the pans expand. It's not like I'm working on a matte cream shade or anything that I really want to use up completely. I'm going to start with my single. This is the ColourPop Super Shock in the shade Weenie. I have used this 5 times now, and the pan is really hard to see because it's kind of like stained that rose gold color. It is what is on my lids today. I really enjoy this, but it is definitely getting much drier. I would like to hit the 20 uses by the finale. Just slow and steady. I keep on trucking on that one. Next I have, I don't know why I did this to myself, but here we are. Next I have the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and I've also used this one 5 times. I'm working on the pink here, and of course I will be inserting pictures. I really do feel like the pan has expanded just the tiniest amount with this, but the pan is so deep in there, and it's almost like cliff-like. It's not thin around the pan. It's super strange. I don't really know how that happened. So I don't think I'm going to see that much movement. Also, when I'm using this shade, I'm not like being super careful to get my brush like right in at that pan. Like I'm just kind of using it a bit more organically. The eyeshadows are definitely slow moving. One that is less slow moving, I've actually only used this 1 additional time since the last update 2 months ago, I know. But I'm working on a shade in Pan Those Eyeshadows that's very similar to this. So once I hit pan on that one, I can refocus on this shade here. It is Quartz from my Buff Collection palette. It's a dupe for the Naked 3, and it's this top shade here. When rolling it, in my last update, I had like a double pan going on, and that is since connected. So the pan has actually expanded quite a bit. I used it on my inner corner in my brow bone today, and I also topped my highlight with it because it is like a very lightly, like kind of like satiny pinky white. Great descriptions. But it just worked really well, and I'm like really happy with my progress on this one. Even though I didn't use it nearly as much as the other 2 eyeshadows, it shows the most visible progress. Also, the pan in here, or like the shadow that's left in the pan, I guess, is super thin for like over half of it. Just completely in the center, it's quite thin. So I'm really happy with seeing this pan expand, and I'm very excited to see where it is at the end of this project. And now for the 2 like more exciting products. I mean, eyeshadows are typically the most exciting, but these ones I've made the most progress on. The first is my IBY Contour palette. I'm working on Highlight 2, and I think the pan in here has expanded a ton. I will of course put the like before and the after in here. I have used this 16 times since the last update. I'm using it almost every time I do my makeup now, at least to set my face, not always to set my eyes, because this powder is a bit heavy, but it sets my foundation really well. And I think, do you think I can finish this in the next 3 months? I don't know. I think by next month I will be wanting to repress it. So maybe I'll repress it in a different compact so I don't have this big face palette out. But it is very thin in there and the pan is definitely expanding quite a bit. And lastly, I have my mini Nars Laguna. I have used this 8 times since the last update, and again, the pan has expanded so much. I'm very pleased with this. This is super thin in here and it's actually very hard to get on my brush now. I have decided to repress this. I am filming this video a little bit early, so I will insert a picture of my repressed bronzer as well because I should have repressed it by then. And then technically it doesn't have a pan anymore, but my ultimate goal is to finish this bronzer this year. Ideally in the next 3 months, that would be amazing, but I don't know if I'm able to do that. It's a bit darker for me in the winter. It still works. It's what I have on today, but I have to be a little bit more gentle with it. So it's not like a lighter bronzer where I can like really build it up and like get my brush all up in there, if that makes sense. But the pan is definitely expanding, which is the goal of this project. I will admit this project hasn't been like as motivating to me as I really hoped. Like, I created this project for myself because hitting pan really is the most exciting thing for me, and trying to finish things up after hitting pan has always been just kind of dull. So I thought, oh, let's make a fun project and then I'll be more motivated to do it. But that hasn't really been the case. Like, I still am really slow with these products and I don't reach for them all the time, with the exception of these two. Like with the eyeshadows, because I'm working on so many other eyeshadows and to hit pan on other eyeshadows, I find myself focusing on those more. And even with these two to a certain extent, like I used this 16 times in 2 months and this 8 times in 2 months. My furnace is kicking on. Sorry for the noise. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!